on dead pure, you really don't feel the ball. It's just like you hit a nerve.
I mean, it's like butter.
When you just pull that trigger, boom.
Wow! Oh, baby! Down!
Especially here at the 1995 Remax North American Long Drive Championship. Just as one pull on the one-arm bandit could score the jackpot, so too could one swing of the driver. We're looking down on the first hole here at the Las Vegas Hilton Country Club, where power, speed, timing, and accuracy will prove to be the winning combination. Hi again, everybody. I'm Jim Kelly, and welcome to the city of glitter and gold. We're here tonight in Las Vegas, Nevada, under the lights for the very first time, the finals of the Remax North American Long Drive Championship. As you might know, for the last 5 months, over 3,000 competitors have gone through some terrific regional and local and district competition. The 30 survivors have joined 10 former champions here for the finals. And with over $100,000 in prize money at stake, I can tell you safely that there's more excitement building for the finals here in this event than in any previous long drive competition. It's great to have Mike Abbott alongside, the director of golf at the fabulous Four Seasons Golf Club in Dallas, Texas, home each year to the GTE Byron Nelson Classic. And Mike, as we look forward to the competition, what should the folks at home look for?
You're really going to see a combination of speed and power. When they put that speed and power together, that's what produces the long drives at 350 plus.
I think, to borrow a page from Long John Daly's scrapbook, grip it and rip it might be the story of this competition, but clubhead speed is also very important, huh?
It's going to be clubhead speed, and you're going to see every competitor go at it as hard as they can, every 6 balls. But it's getting that one ball in the grid where they put it all together that could produce the winner.
And as the competition unfolds, I think it's also fair to point out, hey, you get 6 tries at it. You can have 5 terrible shots. Only one has to get in and be good.
That's correct. You just need to get that one where you put the timing together, you put that speed together. I mean, with these players going at it at 150 miles an hour plus with clubhead speed, they can hit it a long way.
Well, you and I were standing right here. It wasn't too long ago that the finals of the Remax North American Long Drive Championship got off to a rather explosive start. Skyline, but it's possible pyro-spectaculars who put on that impressive display just might have done it. A very appropriate beginning for what should be a truly spectacular night. Here's Mike now with the rules.
Each of our 10 finals tonight will hit 6 consecutive drives using a nitro plus 8 golf ball. Clubs must conform to USGA standards. A legal drive must be a minimum of 270 yards. The drive cannot land out of bounds and come back into play. And in case of a tie, a single ball playoff will be used. Well, here's how we arrived at our 10 finals for tonight. 40 contestants qualified for the championship in Las Vegas. By random draw, they are placed into 10 groups of 4. Through 5 rounds of early competition of double elimination, the field was cut to 10 finalists. The champion and runner-up will earn automatic exemptions for 1996.
Mike, as I mentioned, a total purse of $100,000 up for grabs, $30,000 going to the winner, $15,000 for second, and $10,000 for third. Now let's meet our final 10 for this 1995 Remax North American Long Drive Championship. Leading us off, Joe Highducheck, a 10-year veteran of long drive competition.
Hitting second, Little Rock, Arkansas, will be Robinette.
All set to hit third, the 1987 national champion, Mike Gordon.
In the cleanup position is George Slutsky out of Erie, Pennsylvania. He's always aggressive, always a contender.
Hitting fifth from Monroe, Michigan, golf professional John Lindemann.
In the sixth position, Bruce Evans, another one of our golf professionals, to make the finals.
And in the seventh spot, from Laguna Hills, California, Mark Session, a 12-year veteran of long driving competition.
Hitting eight, and also from Little Rock, Arkansas, will be Sean Pfister.
In the ninth spot, Frank Miller. He won the national title back in 1990 in his very first trip to the final.
And Hitting last will be Brian Pavlet, the third former national champion in our field. Won it in 1993.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for our 10 finalists in the 1995 Remax North American Long Drive Hitting Championship.
The field is set. Mike and I are ready. We'll be back with all the exciting action after this. This Long Drive Championship is being brought to you by Remax International, home of real estate's top producers with more than 2,500 offices worldwide. Look for Remax out in front. By TaylorMade. Capture the power of the new TaylorMade burner bubble. And by Las Vegas. It's non-stop action around the clock, and we're open 24 hours. Playing out of the Burnham Woods Country Club, our first competitor, Joe Highducheck on the tee.
Joe's using a TaylorMade driver tonight with 8.5 degrees loft. A little more loft than you'll see on most competitors tonight.
Kind of ironic, too, that most of the long drivers in the competition play the ball right to left. Joe plays it just the opposite, but for him, it's exactly the right fit.
Joe, a natural slicer of the golf ball, aims left, swings left, sets up for a cut on every shot.
And doesn't take long between shots. Number 2, out of bounds right. Is it hard in the finals like this, going first?
It's got to be hard playing in front of this many people. First time for a lot of these fellas. Joe has a lot of experience, 10 years in long drives. Needs to get one in the grid.
Highducheck now, his third drive.
Well, this one got the crowd excited. Should be in the grid.
Safely out there.
Not bad. That will get Joe on the board. And just what the crowd's been waiting for is one in the grid.
318.
Joe, a club maker himself.
Plays out of the Burnham Woods Golf Club up there in Illinois, not far from another good layout, Butler.
Oh no, I think Joe's let that one go to the right and out of the grid.
Kind of resembles Bill Glasson, doesn't he?
He does. When Joe has trouble with his swings, his arms get too narrow in his backswing, and when he tries to release it, he ends up starting the golf ball too far to the right.
Thinks about a firm grip and open stance and plays a fade when he's addressing the ball. Fifth shot airborne. Stay in bounds.
Approximately 331.
331 for Joe Highducheck. One last hit.
Should see Joe really step this one up with some club head speed. Very critical, he gets his arms started back good.
You might have seen Joe on television back at Hazeltine in the U.S. Open at 91. Actually hit a spectator during a practice round. His tee shot was 40 yards offline. Not tonight, though. 331 in his fifth. Here is his sixth and final swing.
Run.
331 will be his best.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Out of Burnham, Illinois, Joe Highducheck.
31 yards.
331 yards and 16 inches.
Pretty good start. Here's Mike now with our leader.
Joe, 331. Hard to go first?
Not really. I hit 3 good golf balls. Hit them the best I could. I didn't get a lot of roll. It didn't look like on the last one I really thought it was the best one. But I gave it my best. I'm glad I hit 3 good ones the best I could, and we'll see what happens.
Well, congratulations.
Thank you.
As Mike mentioned earlier, there were 5 early rounds to get us to our final 10. Let's take a look back now at some of the longest drives of this championship. Like yesterday afternoon in one of the qualifying rounds, Frank Miller showed us just what this competition is really all about.
Frank, the former champion, great golf swing, very narrow stance, tends to hit the golf ball very low, gets a lot of roll. He's hit this one 379 yards.
379.
379.
And earlier tonight, just to make it to the final 10, George Slutsky.
George, a real crowd favorite, loves to kill it, tries to kill it on every hit. He's flown this one 340 yards plus. And hit it 370. Great hit by George.
To make it into the finals. Now watch this wallop, also earlier by Brian Pavlet to qualify.
Brian, one of the more laid-back fellas in the field, creates unbelievable speed. And watch this, 352 yards in the air, and look at it roll. Wow! This is what the crowd came for. Brian, he can really create this speed, and when he puts it together, he kills it.
A standing ovation. More of the same to come as the Long Drive Championship continues here in Las Vegas. Welcome back as the finals continue. Joe Highducheck has already set the mark at 331 yards and 16 inches. Our second competitor is Brett Robinette. Now, he's already hit 4 balls, but this was his first drive.
Brett put a good swing on the first one, but not the club head speed you normally see out of Brett, and only flew the ball 310 yards. Not what he was looking for.
But the good news is he does have one in the grid.
He does. Brett's using a tailor-made 5-degree loft with a Harrison 48-inch shaft.
First one in, the last 3 out of bounds because
Seems to be Brett's tendency on his bad hits. He just doesn't get his upper body through the shot. Keeps it too far behind, which makes a golf ball curve too far to the left.
that's number 5. It's airborne, and it's heading a little left also.
We'll try to stay in play. Very close.
Well, he was talking about pressure between the rounds. He said pressure to him is 5 balls out of bounds and being down to the 6th. That's about where he is. He's got one at 3:10, but 3:31 is Joe Highducheck's best.
Brett's last drive. Let's see if he can put it together. Definitely has the talent.
Hooking. So we'll say so long to Brett Robinette.
Joe Highducheck remains our leader with a drive of 331 yards and 16 inches.
Next up, the man from Goleta, California, whose daughters Michelle and Rachel and Jackie are pulling for Dad, Mike Gordon.
Mike using a Yonex 8-degree driver, 46 inches in the shaft, veteran of 15 years.
Mike, a real technician with his swing, takes a lot of time in his setup.
Thinks about maintaining soft arms. How come?
I think that allows him to really create the speed he's looking for.
Getting a great roll, huh?
Ooh, baby, we got a close one here.
I think he has gone past the 331. Now remember, Joe Highducheck was 331 and 16 inches.
Mike, a champion in 1987, won a competition this year at the Rose Bowl.
Drives like tonight, he can drive it out of the Rose Bowl, over the length of a football field, and then some. Second one. About 6 or 7 yards shy of his first effort. So we will have to wait until his last swing, until they measure for inches. 331 and 16 was Joe Highducheck's. 331 unofficially on the first drive for Mike Gordon.
Mike with a pretty strong left-hand grip.
Third drive now for Gordon. That is headed out of bounds left. Now, we mentioned that Mike is a former national champion. Let's flash back to the year 1987. Take a look now at a much younger Mike Gordon.
8 years ago, the finals were held in Pensacola, Florida, and under really tough conditions. Wind, hitting the golf ball at sea level. Mike was the first hit in the finals. Hit the ball just under 320 yards, and it held up to earn him his first title.
Back to the action tonight. Mike now with his 6th and final drive. His 4th and 5th were out of bounds, but remember, he does have that first drive out there about 331, and that's in contention with our current leader, Joe Highducheck. And that's out of bounds. So it'll come down to the measurement. 331 on his first, but it'll really come down to a tail of the tape right now.
331. Yep. He's longer. 331. 331 yards, 21 inches.
So by just 5 inches now, after 3 competitors, we have a new leader. Here's Mike again.
Mike, a game of inches.
Yeah, it is. This really does. It comes down to inches a lot of the time. I hit it pretty good. I was trying to hit it, down the left-hand side. Couldn't quite get it turned over, and then the last few shots I think I tried to turn it over a little bit too much and hit those out left. But I hit it solid, and I was happy to make the finals. It's such a great event.
Let's see if it holds up.
Our new leader, back with more explosive action after this. Welcome back to the 1995 Remax North American Long Drive Championship. A long list of sponsors makes this event possible, but without the hard work of Randy Souza and Art Sullinger, the dream for this event wouldn't have been realized.
Besides being organizers of this fantastic event, both Randy and Art are great long drivers themselves. Here's Randy, the president of LDA, in one of the earlier rounds. Hit this one 355 yards, and watch Randy's spirit.
Let's go! Come on, go, baby!
Tremendous talent, great drive.
Keep running back, guys.
Also tough to be a competitor when you're the organizer.
Exactly, but Randy put a lot of hard work in, loves the long drive competitions, and put in a great effort these couple days.
Now, Mike, this was one of yesterday's earlier rounds. Not only is Art Sullinger the vice president of the LDA, he's also a two-time national champion, 86 and 91.
Art, a great competitor. This event was so important to him. In an earlier round, this is the one that put him in the semifinals, hitting this one 346 yards.
Talk about pressure. He was down to his very last swing, and that got him into the semifinals, so he advanced. Then, Art Sullinger, earlier tonight, needed to get through to the 5th elimination round just to make it into the final 10, and he crunched it.
Art made a great swing here. Back in Dallas, he works on turning the golf ball over from right to left, but on his final shot, a little too much hook in that one, and that eliminated Art. But hats off to Randy and Art for a great effort and a great event.
Well put, Mike. Tremendous individual showings by both Randy and Art. And there's no question the success of their event is something that they should be and are very proud of. Now on the tee, after his first two are out of bounds, George Slutsky.
George using McGregor Mad Max driver, 7.5 degrees low. Using a Javelin Blue 47-inch shot.
Calls himself the animal. Calls his golf swing out of control madness.
George with an extremely strong left-hand grip.
Drive on its way, and it is airmail.
Big drive. Big drive.
He's your new leader.
344. Repeat, 344 yards.
Our fourth competitor. And 344 is now the new number to beat. Finally, a smile. That's the first time he's smiled in 2 days.
George doesn't spend much time smiling. He's a tough competitor.
That ain't nothing.
He wants more. George's swing, all based on timing. Swings very upright, hangs his body behind in the setup, and then just tries to time it at the bottom of the arc.
You know what he said this afternoon? He pulls the club back with his left shoulder. When he feels pain in the left shoulder, he knows it's time to pull the club down, to go forward with a downswing.
Not a swing thought we'd recommend for the people at home.
Out of bounds. George always tries to finish up high and hold his balance at the same time, and when you're hitting with that kind of velocity and out of control madness, as he likes to call it, sometimes maintaining that balance, Mike, is not easy.
Very difficult. Particularly given the unique setup that he starts with. It's really hard to keep it going all the way through impact.
Forget it. He's down to one. He might be going for that $50,000 bonus. I mean, any drive here in the Remax North American Long Drive Championship of over 400 yards, an extra $50,000.
Well, George certainly can create enough speed to get it to 400.
George a little frustrated, but that's okay because on his third swat it went 344, and he's our competitor number 4, and he's now in the lead.
Get down where it's going to be. Move over that way a little bit. That way a little bit.
344 yards, 5 inches. Repeat, 344 yards, 5 inches.
George, 344 yards. Seem a little disappointed.
Yeah, I didn't hit it too bad, but certainly is my best effort. I'll take it. 344 isn't too bad under these conditions.
All right, let's see if it holds up.
The host venue for this year's Remax North American Long Drive Championship is the Las Vegas Hilton Country Club, one of American Golf Company's premier facilities. The par 71 6,800-yard layup was built back in '61, and since then has hosted a long list of PGA Tour and LPGA Tour events. Every October, the Las Vegas Hilton Country Club is part of the three-course rotation for the Las Vegas Invitational and is often referred to as a desert oasis. Welcome back to the Las Vegas Hilton Country Club, the home venue for the 1995 Remax North American Long Drive Championship. John Lindemann next on the tee, and already Mike his first two drives out of bounds.
John using a Yonex 8-degree driver, 52 inches for the shaft. Really long shaft for John, requires a lot of timing.
John really works the ball hard from right to left. Has an extremely flat backswing for someone of his height of 6'5".
Talking about his swing, told me this afternoon it's flat and it's violent.
Because of the flatness of his backswing, he really has to time how he moves his lower body through the shot. If he's a little too quick, too much hook.
Stay in. Won't make it. And that's three in a row out of bounds to the left. Earlier tonight, John was in a very similar spot in the preliminary round. He was down to his final ball and had to get it into play to have any chance of making it into the final 10.
John made a great swing on that one, turned his back, hoping that that would stay in play. Sure enough, it's 365 yards, thrilled the crowd, and advanced.
Another crowd pleaser. Into the final 10. John Lindemann talking about the folks here say people love power, and power golf is what this event is all about.
John, who's hit his fourth and fifth ball out of bounds to the left, down to his final ball. Let's see if he can repeat what he did in the semifinals.
Oh no, not tonight. That's out of bounds also. Hard to believe, a rather tough break. First time ever that John's made it into the final, and not one ball in play. Mike's with John down on the tee.
I think this has been the most electric event we have ever been in, and it's because of the crowds and also because of Remax and their really just great support of us, and we do appreciate it. It makes it very special for us. So thank you.
Thank you, John.
Very emotional, no question. He was a fan favorite here. John said people love power, and power golf is this event. Next up, Bruce Evans.
This is Bruce's first time to the finals. He's using a Titleist driver of 6.5 degrees and a Harrison shaft of 46 inches.
344 is the number to beat.
Approximately 325.
Good warm-up. That would put him in fourth.
Bruce playing with a club with no grooves on the face. Strong grip like we've seen earlier.
Evans second. Out of bounds right. Thinking about grip pressure when he's at address. How come?
Again, to get the tension out so he has the freedom to really create the speed you need to have to get a golf ball to go the distance these fellows try to hit it. Bruce really challenges himself. I mean, he's using equipment with no grooves on the face and a loft of 6.5 degrees and a length of 46 in the shaft. And just the slightest error and you see what happens. I mean, Bruce hasn't got one in the grid in the last two.
At least not one in that challenges our leader. Evans third now. Stay inbound.
Go! 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 Yeah!
Hold on. Hold on.
Oh!
That, had it stayed in, would have put him in first. That was up just shy of 350.
Now the fourth hit for Bruce.
Get a bounce. Thank you.
Ask it for the bounce.
Run after it. Yeah!
There's your new leader.
Approximately
351. Repeat, 351.
That's a great hit for Bruce Evans. What a wonderful golf swing. His balance was perfect. He set it up correctly, a great order of movement, and really put the speed together.
Talking about pressure, he said, I don't know, ask me after the event. I've never been this far before. Suddenly, he's in the lead on his fourth swing. You know, when he was 10 years old, he teed off. The ball hit a tree, bounced back off the cart path, ended up in a wire mesh trash basket that was right next to where he teed off. He's your leader, 350 plus. We'll have to wait for the official measurement. Swing number 6. Got under that one, but it doesn't matter. He'll have to sweat it out, though. There are still 4 competitors left here in the finals.
351 yards, 10 inches. Repeat, 351 yards, 10 inches.
So with that drive, Bruce Evans now is your new leader. Down on the tee, here's Mike with Bruce.
Bruce, 351 and 10 inches. Looked like you had a little extra speed in that last one.
Oh yeah, too much. Trying to hit it way too hard. But I'd like to just take this time to thank Randy and Sarah Souza and also Art Sellinger for putting this whole event together. They did an outstanding job. It's been the best week of my life. I'd really like to thank Remax too. Thank you.
Things are definitely heating up here in the finals of the 95 Remax North American Long Drive Championship. We'll be right back. welcome back to the city of glitter and gold in the 1995 Remax North American Long Drive Championship. We've been watching some incredibly huge tee shots over the course of this competition. Here's Mike Abbott again out on the practice tee with a look at how it's done.
Everybody at home wants to know how they can hit it further. And as we watch these great hitters hit it 350 to 385 yards and create speeds, clubhead speeds of 140 to 165, I'm sort of wondering myself, how do they create that speed? And we're here with Art Sellinger. Art, walk me through the couple keys you have to hit it further.
My two keys are, number one, posture. I try to get in here and bend at the waist. And then most importantly, Mike, keep the chin up.
It sure is, because in bad golfers, what we always see is too much knee flex and head down too much.
And second, big thing for me is width. Width on both sides of the golf swing. When I take the club back, I want this position right here.
Yeah, that's perfect with his arms extended out like that and the shaft angle like that. Boy, if you could get it like that, you could really create some power.
And then what I'm trying to do is match it right on the follow through.
Right. Let's show them what happens when people don't do it correctly. They get their arms all folded this way. No place to go from here except to recover. And then through the ball, they look that way, all folded up. So if you want to create good power, good posture, and good width, hit me one, Art.
All right.
Remember, the keys to hitting it further, start with good posture and maintain your width on both sides of the ball.
Thank you, Mike. That's a terrific tip. We should videotape that. There's hope for all of us. Mark Session, our sixth competitor on the tee. He's got an uphill climb now, his first 4 out of bounds.
Mark using a Golf Star driver, 7 degrees aloft, and a 48-inch shaft driver.
Mike, you notice them all with the deep breath and the visualization, don't you?
Oh, we sure do, and just trying to get focused. Trying to go through the series of thoughts that they need to have to coordinate their swings to support this type of speed. Again, these players going at it at 140 to 150 miles an hour clubhead speed.
Down to his final swing.
Tough position for Mark to be in now. No balls on the grid. Has to be questioning his golf swing a little bit.
Let's see if Mark can get through this one.
Watching, eyeballing it, looking, leaning, but it's not going to come back. 0 for 6. Out of Laguna Hills, California, Mark Session.
A look at Bruce Evans, our leader, with a sigh of relief, with only 3 competitors left.
Trying to get the crowd into it now. Sean Pfister, he's next up.
Sean using a tailor-made driver, 7 degrees aloft, a Harrison shaft at 48 inches.
We'll see an interesting setup here. Tends to get his feet really wide. Sets his shoulders way behind the golf ball.
Oh, yes. Looks good. Sean likes it. Needs it to come back in.
.346.
5 yards shy of Bruce Evans. Sean Pfister with an interesting thought process. Relax on the way back and kill on the way down.
Sean really sets his hands behind the golf ball. That address. Tries to really wind up his shoulders and then rips it.
Come back. Right now, he is sitting solidly in second. $15,000 for the runner-up.
Sean recently in an auto accident just before the competition.
I was talking to Sean and his wife Karen this afternoon at lunch and said, what would winning mean? He said, a new car after the wreck.
Sean, when he's at his best, is able to maintain his lower body. When he gets a little quick and too much turn right at the start of his swing with his lower body, He has trouble timing it on the way down.
Will it be enough? Wants a roll. He's in the lead.
362. Repeat, 362.
That's Bruce Evans, who was in the lead, applauding. Sean Pfister, your new leader.
Now just go for broke.
Drive number 5. His thought at impact, boom. Thought at release, boom.
Sean, who moves every part of his body in his swing. Let's take a look at his swing that hit at 362. Really turns behind it well, really moves his legs a lot, and then really accelerates coming through, putting everything into it.
Is he pumped? I mean, is he stoked or what? He's talking, he's yelling, he's pushing, he's encouraging, he's in the lead. Last drive.
Sean's really gone after that one. A little too much speed, though.
361 and change, your new leader. .362 yards and a foot. Sean Pfister, our new leader, and only 2 can knock him out of the top spot. Here's Mike.
Sean, 362 on your 4th hit. Walk me through it.
Well, I was trying to stay relaxed and try to take the club back as easy as I could and then go ahead and get after it. And I knew that the 2 guys that are hitting behind me are about the best there is. And I knew that with Pavlet and Miller coming up that I was going to have to really come out of my shoes. But I tried to stay back on it, relax, and I'm really proud.
Great effort.
Thank you.
Can he hold on? 2 can knock him out of the top spot for $30,000 in first place. Stick around. Welcome back, and what a night of competition we've enjoyed. Our 9th competitor now on the tee, here's Frank Miller.
Frank from Brentwood, California, great competitor, made a career out of long driving using a Yonex driver at 7 degrees aloft and a 48-inch shaft driver from Yonex as well.
Says the best advice he ever was given was by the founder of this event, Art Sellinger. Said don't get caught up in everything around you. Just concentrate, stay focused.
Frank's made a great swing there. Headed down the left-hand side. Needs a good bounce. Come on. Not bad, about 342 yards.
342. Repeat, 342.
342, that would be good for 4th place right now.
Frank, who goes with a really compact lower body motion for a man of his size to really narrow down his stance like that really counts on a really long arm swing.
Frank, who moves the golf ball from right to left to get a little extra roll on the golf ball.
Coming back. That's a big ball. .341.
340 yards. 340.
Come on, Frank.
How about that? The leader rooting for a competitor.
Really tight fraternity amongst these long drivers. They really cheer for each other. They're all pulling for each other. They just like to see balls go a long way.
And they'd like to see some more exposure for their sport.
They sure would.
Third drive now for Miller. Oh no, that's out of bounds. The man who hails from the Mountain Gate Country Club is also a former national champion. He won the title back in 1990 in Boca in Florida. And the thing that was special about Miller's victory back then, Frank did it in his very first ever trip to the national finals.
Frank, who at sea level that day, carried the ball 320 yards in the air. No one came close to beating him on that day. Since then, he's really made a name for himself in long driving.
Miller now, drive number 5. His fourth drive was out of bounds. 2 in the grid so far. 1 at 342.
Please, Lord.
Center cut. Needs to get going.
338.
3 in the grid. 341, 341, and 338. Down to swing number 6.
Tribute to Frank's really good golf swing. Good consistency. 3 balls in the grid, but in this competition, it's really not the ones in the grid. It's the one the farthest in the grid. Hit at 379 in qualifying. He definitely has it in him. Winner in 1990.
Needs to turn and come back a bit. Won't get the roll over there. So a couple of drives, numbers 1 and 2 at 341, and Frank Miller right now in 4th. So under the lights, a great night of competition. Just one competitor left to knock Sean Fisker out of the top spot. Mike?
Frank, 341. He came up a little short.
Right, it's pretty tough to follow that 362. I tried as hard as I could. I hit the ball real good in a rhythm. I just couldn't get it to turn over enough, and I didn't have the right trajectory. Sean hit a great ball, and I hope he's a national champion. We got Brian coming up. I'm going to root for him, and whatever happens, happens. Good luck to both of them.
Like Mike was saying, a lot of camaraderie in this Remax North American Long Drive Championship. welcome back. The fabulous overhead pictures tonight have been provided by Silverado Helicopters of Las Vegas, giving us a tremendous view of this competition from above. Our final competitor now, Brian Pavlet. He's all set to go, and he knows, Mike, the mark that he has to beat.
Yes, he does. Brian tonight is using a Yonex driver, 7 degrees aloft, with 48 inches in his driver.
Brian, known for his clubhead speed, been clocked at 165 miles an hour with clubhead speed. Hit at 435 at Utah in a competition.
Probably one of the freer spirits in the competition, wouldn't you say?
Doesn't seem real nervous. He's been here before. He has a lot of confidence and a great golf swing to go with it.
Whoa, out of bounds with drive 1.
Brian, who had hand surgery in May, said he's been working on his game since May, hasn't had any problems. Goes with a strong left-hand grip, excellent setup, really simple golf swing.
Doesn't like that. That's out of bounds to the right. 1 OB each direction. Brian here with his wife Lisa. They hail from the Frisco Grande Country Club and Resort back in Arizona. Brian, a former national champion. He won the event in '93 in Florida, and he ironically was the last competitor to hit in the final round. He was down to his very last ball.
Under a tremendous amount of pressure, Brian was able to hit it past Monty Scheinblum, who's a defending champion that year. Brian, with his laid-back attitude, has always seemed to be able to handle pressure, though, and on that day he was great. And now as he heads into his final 2 shots, we'll see if he can do it again.
Got to clear his head, chase away the demons. The first 4 out of bounds. 362 is the number to beat to win. Asked Brian about his thought during his backswing. He just laughed. He said, I have no idea. It all happened so fast. Got a chance. He's leaning. Needs to stay in bounds. Right now, Brian is flirting with 5th. Down to his last swing. Said pressure is having 1 ball left for everything or nothing.
Here it is. It's really going to take Brian to get that backswing set up where he doesn't get too quick with it. Here we go.
Nope. And he knows it. So Sean Pfister is our 1995 Remax North American Long Drive Champion.
And Sean Pfister, who put it together when he needed to, coming off an injury, great timing. With that motion and that speed, 362 is a wonderful hit.
Final standings then. What a competition we've had tonight here under the lights. Sean and Bruce, 1 and 2. They're exempt for next year. They'll be back. Slutsky held on for 3rd, Miller 4th, Pavlet 5th, then Gordon, Highducheck, and Robinette. Here's Mike now with our runner-up.
Bruce, your first year here, runner-up, hit at 351. You have to be proud of your performance.
Yeah, I didn't expect to get this far, you know. I really feel fortunate with all these big hitters in the competition that I could do as well as I did. So I'll be back next year, and usually get better with time. So I'll be back and give them a run for their money.
I was due, honey. I was due. It's only been 6 years.
There's our champion, but someday it could be you. If you think you can hit it long, stick around. When we come back, we'll tell you how you can give it a rip. This long drive championship has been brought to you by Remax International, home of real estate's top producers with more than 2,500 offices worldwide. Look for Remax out in front. By TaylorMade. Capture the power of the new TaylorMade burner bubble. And by Las Vegas. It's non-stop action around the clock. And we're open 24 hours. No question, this year's event was truly spectacular. Next year shaping up to be even bigger and better. Long Drivers of America is proud to announce that Remax International is back as their title sponsor. The 1996 championship will be September 7th through the 10th again at the Las Vegas Hilton Country Club. For more information on how you can qualify and become a member, write to Long Drivers of America, 1529 Albright Avenue, Upland, California, 91786. Welcome back to our 1995 Remax North American Long Drive Championships. And special folks are alongside. First to Mr. Michael Reagan, Vice President of Remax, with a very nice trophy. Michael?
Sean, on behalf of the 42,000 men and women of Remax throughout North America and the world, we are so proud of your accomplishment and very proud to present your trophy to be the champion for 1995. Congratulations.
You know, Remax has been involved for so long with the big hitters of real estate. Now it's nice to have Remax on board involved with the big hitters of golf. Here on my left, Art Sellinger, representing the Long Drivers of America. Art?
Sean, Randy and I are so proud, Long Drivers of America, to present to you the largest first place check in long drive history for your record drive of 362.12, $30,000.
Thank you very much. That means a lot to me. I appreciate it. I feel so fortunate to come out on top of all these guys because anybody can win this.
I asked you earlier what winning would mean, and you said a new vehicle because you had a car crash coming in here on Monday, right?
Yeah, I did. I had an accident in Little Rock. It was an unfortunate incident. My left knee went completely through the dash, and I tore some ligaments in my left knee, and I have to have surgery on it, and I've got possibly a cracked sternum. I don't know how I hit it. I mean, it's just one of those things that I've worked a long time on. I can tell you that the feeling is great.
Thank you, Sean Pfister. We started with an explosion here in Las Vegas, and we're going to end this 1995 Remax Long Drive Championship with a bang as well. Thanks a lot. We'll see you next year, everybody.